Elo. Witam wszystkich z tej strony. Przepraszam, że nie ukazał się wczoraj odcinek z Pilarsa. Jaskinie Frygi. Aha, co tu chodzi? Mapa. Szukam jaskini Frygi. Ale ja nie widzę takiego czegoś. Góra z wodospadem. Pójdziemy może do złoczystej doliny, zobaczymy.
Of course.
No, trzeba poszukać śmierzeńców tej bitwy, bo bitwę żeśmy przegrali. I to dwukrotnie. Aha, ci da się wracać. Dobra. Idziemy tu. Potwierdzam. Idziemy do krzepy. Gdzie to jest? Idziemy. Zobaczymy.
Set out for Stalwart. The White March rises up in the distance, stretching to the north and south as far as the eye can see. It beckons to you with peaks like broken fingers. The road thins to a tattered ribbon, and the shadow of the mountains falls across your path. You've barely begun your climb when the darkening sky pummels you with hailstones and turns the ground beneath you to ice. You press on. The air grows thin, and the treacherous mountain passes funnel screeching winds past your ears. A blizzard forces you to make camp for 3 days, huddling for safety while snow piles around your refuge. At last the weather clears, and you approach Stalwart under a crisp blue sky. There's a noise, high and sharp, coming from the village that sounds at first like another frozen gale. But when you top the rise and reach the village's wooden gates, you see what lies beyond them.
Okay.
It's Darthier with a whole pack of them.
We can take these bastards.
Olbrzymy! Pomóżmy! Wow. Halo! Po kolei! Dwa.
No prisoners.
Hey.
Dobra, może niech on strzela. Albo nie! Pomóż im, bo i tamten przyszedł. Ty, podciągnij go. Dobra, pomogę. Pomóżcie tu. Zbierać.
Of course.
Wszystko zbierać. Co tu się odwaliło? O. Super, teraz. Bo ja nie wrócę teraz, co? Mogę. Dobra. 24 godziny. Czego może chcieć? Tylko żeby on tam został. 6 dni. Nie mam nic do picia. Wrócimy tam, jak się zajmiemy szlachcicem. Nie lubię takich rzeczy, ale to jak jest ktoś ważny, to ma 6 dni, 7. No będzie jeszcze 5.
Amazing. You could fit a whole village in here.
Co jest? O! Wyślę tą. Wyślę. Kogo mogę wysłać? Żeby nie za dużo stracić. Ja muszę zobaczyć, kogo mogę. Tu jest, czy powinien być. O, jest. Posłuchajmy. O, będzie na tronie. Okej. Dobra, co proponujesz? Weźmy to. A los, nie? Dyskretnie. Okej. O, ale nikogo z drużyny nie musiałem brać. Super.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
A, lisek. Oj.
What is it? Last thing the Deerwood needs is another foreign colony.
Wiecie co? O ja cię. Ho. Mechanika nie, ale weźmiemy tu, leśne szlaki. Darmowy odpoczynek. No. Proszę, teraz idziemy. Zajęty. I tylko ją potwierdzamy. I wracamy do hierarchii i do szefu. Potwierdzam. Żebym tylko nie musiał znowu golemów tłuc. To jest dobry team. Tą trójkę zostawię sobie tam. Po prostu będę ich...
Well?
No. Szukamy. Ty.
Look out! More of them by the fishery!
Gdzie? O jest. To jest! Co to jest? Ile tego jest? Tam to spadnie. Dobra, pomóżcie. Wilka zabite. Rąbać. No, już ogień. Pedalwienia trzeba. Dobra. Jacie, co to jest? Idziemy tu. No dobra. Dobra, to był dobry pomysł. Padło. No to już padło. O, ja się muszę uleczyć. Drugi oddech. Czemu nie palicie w to? Proszę Państwa. Aha, to już nie. Padło, teraz to było. Ale rzeźnia. Jać, co to się odwala? Perła.
As you wish.
Coś tu jest, ale to później. Najpierw się pozbądźmy wszystkich przeciwników.
Always something new.
Dobra. Pozbądźmy się naszych wrogów. No wiedziałem, jak zamraża. Czy ja dobrze widziałem? O, niezłomny, halo. Rzucaj błogosławieństwo na nas wszystkich.
No,
Ciekawa! Mamy...
as you wish.
Dobra, no... Tu nic... Teraz... Coś ma... No, skóra wilka... Flaszeczka... No, krew jest w tym. Ale duża. O, kolejny strzelający.
Crave the philosophy.
O,
Get on!
Bring them.
Zajmą to naduje. Chyba. Nie mam czasu. Patent. A. Co on chce? Zakotowniku. A co to? A jak myślę z kotem? O co chodzi? Dobra, idź. Dobra.
Yes.
Nie wiem, czy dobrze nie zrobił.
As you wish.
O, fajnie. Zachował. To zawsze na pyrkę. Bierzemy. No nie wiem czy... No nie wiem czy tutaj... Tu już zaraz nie będę. Oczywiście.
Crave the
Wilk.
philosophy.
Najpierw wilka, bo najbliżej. Wstawać! Dobra, pytanie. Ale proszę Państwa,
I'm ready.
mamy przerąbane.
I'm ready.
Teraz szybko wykończyć. Pad? Nie, jeszcze nie. Szybko!
Get on!
Jeden chociaż nie padnie, no. Dobra, teraz szybko ty się lecz. Trójeczka. Duże przywrócenie sobie. Nie! Szybko!
Kill them all.
Dobra, jest.
I'm ready.
Ktoś tu padnie, no to jest nie... Nie, nie atakuj, kurde, przywrócenie. Dobra. Nowy czar! Teraz tego. Nie może mi uczestnik. O jać.
Darkseer's fallen. Back to the matron now.
O jać. O ja. Kto to?
Katie's house is burning. Hurry, they're both in there.
O ja.
Yes.
Muszę capnąć, ludzie. O nie, no. Super.
What is it?
Chodzę do środka.
The hut's coming down.
To mi się wali. Chodź, zaraz. Chwila. Łupy trzeba zebrać. Chodzę do środka. Jeszcze. Wejdź do płonącej chaty. Idź naprzód. Odepchnij belkę. Na lewo. W prawo. Prawo, nieprzytomną. Wyciągnąć kobietę. Próbuj dalej. No. Wynieść kobietę. No właśnie. Próbuj przez płomienie dotrzeć do mężczyzny. Jeszcze raz. raczej...
Katie, thank the gods you saved her.
Mhm. Ja chcę tam wejść. Czuję, że mogłem to zrobić lepiej. Że mogłem na początku uwolnić mężczyznę, a później wziąć kobietę. Chociaż nie, no on mógł wyjść. Ogień był niski. Że... Mogę robić się pozy. Idziemy do gospody. Kim jesteś? Gońcem. Powinien tutaj, tak? Okay.
They destroyed the stockade, Mother. It's...
Okay, matka.
Enough. They're gone. The deliverer of Cadnua. Thank you for making the
Nie
journey.
ma sprawy.
Abida knows it's a long one.
Mhm.
Well, I'm sure you wagered on a more civilized welcome. Still, we're much obliged for your capable intervention.
Okay. Taka urocza mieścina. Nie rozumiem, czemu nie macie więcej gości.
I won't waste your time. Stalwart isn't much more than a grease stain on a map. What roads we've got in the White March are basically tracks in the snow. And for every trader or adventurer that comes through, 3 of our own leave for good.
Okay.
But it weren't always so. There was a time when kings and queens sent their firstborn to these mountains, when the White March was the envy of empires.
Okay. Musiał to być niezwykły okres dla Białej Marki.
The Pargrin dwarves transformed the White March once. We could bring some of that greatness back to Stalwart. But we need the White Forge.
Nigdy o niej nie słyszałem.
Of course. In over 200 years since anyone's felt so much as a summery breeze near it.
Rozgrzejemy ją młotem.
I'm hoping you can do something about that.
Ja mam pracować w kuźni. Nigdy nic takiego nie robiłem.
I'm not asking you to work the White Forge. I want you to find it.
Okay.
We've been trying to breach Durgan's battery for over a year now. Problem is, the other expeditions can't so much as dent the front door.
Opowiedz mi o tych ekspedycjach.
A dozen different groups have come through at our request, and several more besides. Been hoping that one of them could clear the way through Durgan's battery. But young or old, green or seasoned, it don't seem to matter. They cast their spells, chisel at the door, and search the grounds until they've worn new treads into the old stone.
Okay.
The lucky ones eventually go home. Plenty more find themselves on the wrong side of a blizzard, or an ogre raiding party.
Okej. Skąd to nagłe zainteresowanie białą kuźnią?
We're an old mining town. Or we were until the Adirans pulled out and left us with a half-dug mine shaft and something resembling an inn.
Okay.
Since then, it's been a steady decline. You've seen the roads. Isn't much we can produce that the Valians can't ship cheaper.
Okay.
But the White Forge, well, if we could fire it up again and start producing Durgan steel, or something close to it, wouldn't matter if we're in the White March or the Living Lands, business would come.
Dlaczego potrzebujecie mojej pomocy?
That's the long and short of it. We're laborers and fisherfolk, not adventurers.
No tak.
But Durgan Steel could put Stalwart on the map again, open up the mines, bring in new business. We just need the White Forge.
Jak to jest możliwe, że nikomu nie udało się wejść do baterii Durgana?
Where should I start? Ogres, blizzards, or sheer damned inaccessibility? It ain't for lack of trying, I'll tell you that much. Got untold riches in Durgan Steel lying just inside, and never mind the White Forge itself. The Adirans who first settled Stalwart tried to crack it. So did the Valians, and every other cocky adventurer with more metal than sense.
O, nieźle.
But the place has a funny way of sealing itself up. Front door stays shut, the tower entrances are clogged with rubble, and it's been impossible to blast a way in.
Aha. Co jest durgańskiej stali?
Because you can shave stone with it, clean cast iron in two, and the stuff's as rare as it is remarkable.
O.
If we could make something even half as good, we'd have a market at our doorstep and work enough for all of Stalwart.
Co się stało z tym miejscem w ogóle?
It don't bear dwelling on. There's too many superstitions about that place as it is.
O, fajnie.
Killed each other off. Or so the old books say.
O, klątwa.
Plenty of tales to go around, but none of them open the battery. And the last thing people need is another reason to fear the place.
Może jakieś kamienie magiczne.
Whatever it was, the other Pargrin dwarven settlements in the White March, Bone Picker, the Hawk, and the rest, emptied out not long after, moved to gentler, greener lands.
Had the right idea, if you ask me.
Krasnoludy, zobaczymy.
Pargrin's a word in their language. Means traveler. They've been wanderers for generations, but I couldn't tell you much more.
Dobrze, gdzie mam zacząć?
The battery's up the mountain to the north, a good hike away.
Okej.
Near Galvino's place, huh?
So it is. Laura was going to suggest dealing with that ogre camp before anything.
Obóz ogrów?
Mestre Galvino, as the old crosspatch prefers it, lives by himself and keeps the wilder and beasts at bay through sheer foulness of his temper.
Bo?
She means to say he's a skilled smith and animancer, who's lived in the
Oh.
shadow of Durgan's battery for over a decade.
O ja. Okay.
And he butters his bread on both sides and fits his left shoe before his right. But that's neither here nor there.
Rozumiem.
Ain't nobody here fond of the man, but he's a clever hand and a quick study. It's a fool who thinks he stayed so close to the battery without figuring something about it.
Okej.
You said as much to the last party, and we haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Maybe they didn't run afoul of Baragon's ogres after all. Just watch your step. Galvino's place is a ways east of the battery, and folk who pass it bring unsettling tales.
Orków.
Belongs to Flames That Whisper, Matron Baragon's clan. Hunters tell me they've been active of late.
O, aktywni są.
Hunting elk and otherwise minding their own damn business.
Minding their own business. Never mind the latest expedition's disappearance, or the broken stockade.
I'm saying we shouldn't agitate him further.
Jeśli wiadomo, to dwójka.
Can't speak for my son, but I'd be most obliged.
Okej.
Also, Baragons like to have whatever the last expedition found. Rumor has it they disappeared near her turf.
Killing a matron will only make our problems worse. The way to approach Baragon is with your hands held high.
Okej.
If anyone could parley with an ogre, I suppose it'd be you. But they aren't known for their patience with prattle.
Jasne.
Good. Before you leave town, stop by the Grave's Rest. Most visitors to Stalwart spend some time there, so Hafric and his patrons may be able to give you the lay of the land.
Okej. Mam zapytać.
What's on your mind? They didn't volunteer much, and I knew better than to ask.
Aha.
I've seen all types charging through here. Professional companies with shiny new equipment as brazen as you please, and hopeless runts with nothing but tattered leathers.
Aha.
But these folk, I don't know what they were after, and the way they looked at you made you feel cold all over.
Okej.
Wish I could tell you more.
Okej. Pa. Ja mam marchię.
Yes?
Druga. Edycia. Trzy misje. Idziemy na dwór.
Of course.
Ciekawe, bardzo ciekawe, wiecie? Zresztą tylko tutaj. Trzy misje. Wykończyć ogry. Spotkać krasnoludy.
Finally, some proper weather. What do you say to a dip in those springs?
Podaj mu rękę. Miło mi. Okej. Perłę termalną? No dobra. Co to w ogóle jest perła termalna? Rozumiem. Dużo spadów. To wszystko, co chciałem wiedzieć. Dwójka. O. O, o. Bywaj. Perła termalna. Wow. Ile zadań.
Don't see the harm. Building's thirsty work.
Quest za questem. Zanieść się, ja tu gdzieś mogę...
Feels like home. Only thing this place needs is some sliced blubber and a dozen romping foxes.
Zagani jak w domu.
Ooh, still can't feel my fingers. Thought I found shelter when I stumbled across this little village. Guessing you did too, huh? As much blood as there was in the streets, I'm lucky the ale's still flowing.
Co dokładnie się tu stało?
Thought all the whispers about Durgan's battery were just village superstition. And maybe they are. But I might have been on my guard if I'd listened. I was part of an expedition, hunting for relics from Durgan's battery. And picked up a good haul, too. So it figures that's when the winds pick up and the sky starts dumping snow. We lost sight of the road. Meanwhile, something else found us. Took Liam out before we even realized we were surrounded. And then we see him coming out of the snow. These little four-armed wilder. Lagufoth, they're called.
O, fajne. Coś nowego.
Quick little bastards. Francesca and I held them off as long as we could, but when they filled her full of darts, I turned tail and ran.
Okay.
Found my way here and thanked my luck for escaping the Lagufoth. Then come to find out that this town's got an ogre problem.
Przynajmniej przeżyłaś.
Wish I could say the same for Francesca and Liam. Wish I could have taken her finds with me too.
No niestety.
I need to get those artifacts. Not that I'm in any shape to go after them myself. But I can't afford to return to Defiance Bay without something to show for my expedition. But you've got your own expedition to the battery, don't you? While you're out there, maybe you could look for my goods. Whatever's left of them.
No oczywiście, poszukam.
I'll give you a cut for anything you bring back, of course. I ain't asking for charity. I
Powiedz
just
mi
can't
czego,
afford to go home empty-handed.
powiedz mi czego szukasz.
Like I said, we were treasure hunting near Durgan's battery when we were ambushed. What else do you want to know?
Regina mówiła, że tutaj przed moim przybyciem była tutaj inna ekspedycja. Chodziło o was?
Who? No, that would have been somebody else. We didn't meet with Renengild, or anyone else in town for that matter. We were operating on our own.
Samodzielnie. A. Przyjdzie się ze mną. Gdzie mogę znaleźć twoją karawanę?
What's left of it should be near Durgan's battery. If you stumble across the Logvoth, you'll know you're close.
Co wiesz o baterii?
Just that it's been locked up tight for 200 years on account of those dwarves having a row.
Okej.
Which means that any trinkets from inside fetch a nice price. Sorry, I'm more of a businesswoman than a historian.
To ważne.
We took out several loans to pay for our trip out here. I'm gonna have trouble if I don't pay them back.
Dobra. Questik kolejny.
Oh, Ada! Go check on that Orlin. Make sure he don't steal nothing. Never seen such a bloodbath. Feels like we got half the town's survivors in here, just drinking to forget it.
Okay.
But you must be looking for some refreshment, too, after the way you handled them ogres. Or perhaps a room. Say the word and I'll give that shifty little Orlin the boot.
Jakiego Orlanina?
Showed up a few days ago, sticks his nose out of the back room just long enough to empty his chamber pot.
Okay.
Up to no good, I tell you. I'd like nothing more than to see him gone, but I don't want to ruckus over it.
Mogę z nim porozmawiać.
I'd appreciate it. And I suppose I don't need to remind you that I don't want you to hurt him. I'm sure you can find a more discreet way of handling the problem.
Okej. Kolejny quest.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you? Top quality bear pelts on every bed. You won't be disappointed.
Tak. Co to jest? Halo, 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 halo.
I'm sorry if I was a little tactless before. About your being a watcher. I didn't really understand what was involved. Is it hard hearing the spirits all the time?
Może być nieco przytłaczające. Okej, nie ma sprawy. Dobra.
Well,
I w tej karczmie, po odpoczynku, po zregenerowaniu wszystkiego będziemy kończyć dzisiejszy odcinek z Pilarsów. Fajnie, fajnie, dużo questów, dużo nowych poziomów, będą nowe przedmioty, bo już widziałem, nowe zadania, nowi ludzie do gadania. Nie będziemy niszczyć Zatoki Buntu, bo jakbyśmy poszli teraz na sąd, to pewnie Zatoka Buntu by się zamieniła w jeden wielki bajzel. No, pewnie by to się wszystko źle potoczyło, bo czuję, że ten sąd by się skończył tak jak w Neverze. W nowym internecie też jest sąd i też kończy się jabłką. No. Mam nadzieję, że odcinek się podobał. Widzimy się w kolejnym odcinku. W kolejnym odcinku będziemy szukać tutaj zadań. Tu już mamy 3, 6, 9 zadań już. A tylko weszłem tylko do małego miasteczka. No. To widzimy się w kolejnym. Pa, pa.